What's going on, traders? Time for a daily recap. Today is February 13th, 2019. And we're looking at the SPY. This is going to give us the direction of the overall market. You know, that's a good leading indicator of how things are going to play out. When I talk about this, I'm not necessarily talking about trading the SPY. I'm just talking about how it's going to move the overall market. Although there are some really good options that you can trade with SPY. It has Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Friday expiration. So 3 times a week. But I generally trade the SPX, which I will go over because I did take an SPX trade today. But first, let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. If you find value in this and you like them, please share them on your social media. It will motivate me to keep doing these. And with that being said, let's get into how it played out. Okay, so here's how it played out with Netflix today. We had a nice setup over 360 red green. It was looking really good, and then a negative catalyst came out, analysts downgrade or something, and somebody dumped their position. Boom, just broke this thing completely. So at this point, I'm like, I don't even want to touch this thing. I was very annoyed, and I know better than to trade things when I'm annoyed like that. So I didn't even touch it. I just said this morning what I was looking for, short off the red green. That's it. That's all I was interested in. So any dip, anything it did down in here, I didn't pay any attention to it. Just straight up ignored it. And I ended up playing the double bottom. So what happened was I came up here. I even had someone in the chat room say, hey, man, it's approaching 360 because I was trading SPX. So I pulled up this thing. It was almost up here, and I was just a little bit late. It had already came up here, and it was kind of pulling back and touching this area. I didn't want to chase it down past this point. I like to buy this strength, right? I wanted to buy this strength. I was just a little bit too late, so I didn't touch it, and I just kept an eye on it for it in case it ended up double bottoming down here, and it did. You can see right down into this 200 MA on this, right down to the double bottom here. I took 20 contracts. It's a scalp, man. I got them right around 250 or so, and I sold them. You know, it came up here, and as it pulled back, I was out. I ended up like a $3, so about $1,000 there. Quick scalp, nothing to it. Right, and let's do a little market. What I think is going to happen now? Well, like I said yesterday, the bulls are still in charge. You know, I feel like the bulls are still in charge. Today, I mean, obviously 27 to 50, what is it, the 27? We had to close over that 27, I'm sorry, 273.44, right? As long as we closed over yesterday's highs, 274.52. Sure enough, we got the 200 MA. You know, we had a little action, a little pop, pulled back, held. Got some bad news about Iran or something today. Pulled it back really hard at the close. I mean, right now the bulls are still in charge. There's nothing bad about this. We got over the 200 MA. Is that a big deal? I don't know. I think it's a big deal. Does it mean that it's going to keep on going? No idea. I mean, it's got to break these levels. For right now, the bulls are in charge, right? And that's all I'm looking at. You know, we can very easily, just like here, right? We can gap up, you know, and pull back down. I like these when they gap up and break through these moving averages. I like the grind that we've been getting up to it instead of the parabolic moves. There's a lot of things I like about this. And like I said earlier in videos, I don't know. You know, I don't know if this thing's got it in it to get up here. I just know the bull run is not over until it's over, right? I mean, I get it to be the shortest bear market in the history. And I'm not saying that, you know, a bull market is in. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying technically speaking, and the SPY trades very technically speaking, right? All of this, it's on its way back up. And until it shows me something else, I'm going to keep playing the long side. So for right now, we could easily pull back into this 200 as long as we're over the 200 MA and we're over the close of this candle, which is right around that 27, you know, 274 area. 274.10 is the close of this candle. So we can even pull back that far. I think if we get under that 274, that'll be my mark. I will be looking to short this, and I will be looking to, you know, for the retrace back either on a higher low, you know, close like I talked about yesterday. Come down, test this candle. If we get under this close of this candle, we'll come down and test this, and we'll close the gap. If we get under that, right, we're going to come back down and test this level. The bulls are still, I wouldn't say they're in charge, but I mean, this is still, there's some good money to be made on the short side. No doubt about it. But this could still be a nice, healthy technical pattern to do this. Pull back here, set up a higher low for continuation, right? So, I mean, it's not over yet until it's over, right? So in the short term, a nice pullback into this candle here for the dip and rip. What I'll be looking for. If it can't hold this, I'll be looking to get short underneath it. Closing hourly candles underneath that is what would convince me. So that's what I'm looking for, short and long. I don't care. I just want to get paid. See ya. Peace.